super effective. What's up, Brite Nation?
Hey, what's up, guys?
So, if you've been following along, Kevin and I are still on our entire Nitto Arctic experience to the Arctic Circle, and currently we're in Anchorage, Alaska, which is where we left off the last video. Even though we've had this entire journey behind us, we still have to get home.
Yeah, we still have 3,500 miles to go in the winter by ourselves.
Yeah, the journey home we're doing completely solo, which is probably not smart. We don't recommend anyone else doing this. For the hell of it, as always, we're going to take you guys along for the ride. So all of the trial and tribulations you can, enjoy with us.
Which is like very little fuel stops, very little food stops or food places.
Lots of icy roads.
Lots of icy roads, and we're taking all the big mountain passes that we were told not to take.
In the winter.
But we're going to take them anyway, and I'm really, really wishing right about now I would have brought our traction boards.
Our action tracks. We didn't bring those.
I really wish I did, because if we go off the road...
We won't go off the road, though, so it'll be fine. It doesn't matter how icy they are. We're going to be careful. We are in the Bronco Raptor. Again, if you haven't been following on, go back, check all the other videos out. It's been one insane journey so far. But again, we still have 3,500 miles to go.
I know, and today's warm. It's like 19 degrees today.
Yeah, which is, you would think, be good. It's basically springtime. It's bikini weather almost.
But that causes things to melt during the day and freeze
again
at night.
So the roads have been getting icier and icier
Much
as
worse.
The temperature has been getting more and more warm. So it'll be interesting. Buckle up, hang tight. We'll take you on a ride.
So full of emotion. You're tall as the ocean. So full of emotion. You're tall as the ocean.
Hello, Moose.
There's a moose.
Hello, Moose.
So the drive yesterday was actually a pretty easy one. It was only 6 hours from Anchorage, Alaska to Tok, Alaska.
And it was beautiful.
It was
so beautiful.
Arguably one of the most scenic drives of this entire trip so far. Absolutely stunning.
Well, it's been snowing most of the
I know.
so we don't know.
It was crystal clear and it was beautiful. But as you can see, for the evening here in Tok, we stayed at a place called the Caribou Cabins. I'll show you the inside real quick. Super cute little, it's a cabin. There's also 2 beds up there, not that we needed them, but it's called the Caribou Cabins for a reason. They have actual caribous.
Caribou cabins for the caribou.
What's up, reindeer? Oh my god. There's another one over there. He's hanging out too.
Do you remember the names?
Boomer and Buddy.
Boomer and Buddy.
This one right here, I think is Buddy. I think Buddy has 2 tags and Boomer has 1 tag. Hi, cutie patooties. If you are not this, the most beautiful creature,
You gotta get fresh
sans peanut butter and jelly. Do you want the fresh snow?
He wants the fresh snow.
Oh my gosh. Consider our trip officially complete. We've seen most of the animals, not bears, but we've seen...
Oh, I saw that polar bear, that stuffed one. And we saw walrus tusks.
We've seen caribou, we've seen moose, we've seen bison, we've seen foxes, we've seen a lynx.
And we have 3,200 miles to go.
We're still gonna see more. right here is why generally you don't want to do this sort of drive in the middle of winter by yourself, because you go through huge patches of road that are just straight ice. And being solo, specifically being solo without a winch.
No traction boards.
No traction boards. And being also low-key, well, do as we say. That's... Despite the fact that we're race car drivers and we like pushing our limits pretty frequently, we're taking it easy on this.
And I will say, these Recon grapplers are not an ice tire. They are an M&S tire, mud and snow. Ice is a whole different ball game, but we have done 5,000 plus, 6,000 plus miles at this point, and it's doing it very, very well. Now, if you had just a two-wheel drive truck or a two-wheel drive anything, I wouldn't say, yeah, these are the tires you need to get. But with four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, and the amount of traction they have, like off-road, on-road, rocks and all that, they've been an all-around amazing tire so far.
Okay, so the next thing I was gonna say is we're coming up to potentially the hardest part of this entire journey, which is crossing the Canadian border. Because every single time we have tried to cross the Canadian border,
we've had an issue.
We've had issues. I don't know what it is with Canadians and Canadian Border Patrol, but they're generally jerks and they don't want you to come into Canada. Whatever. Anyways.
So we're at the U.S. Customs border, which is separated by like 30 kilometers from the Canadian. It's a weird offset thing where when you're heading into Canada from Alaska, you actually pass the U.S. border building first, then you travel a while, then you get to the Canadian border.
But we, like we just showed you, we're stopped at the actual border, which is where the U.S. Border Patrol building is. That's the actual U.S.-Canadian border. We have been stopped here. And we just had a U.S. Border Patrol roll up to us in one of their police vehicles and let us know that the Canadian border is closed. And it has been closed since 6 a.m. It is now 11 a.m. and they have no idea when it is going to open again. Here comes another one. Hopefully they will give us more information.
So, Canada Customs Building has a bomb threat with a package.
Oh.
The RCMP bomb squad is 300 miles away in Whitehorse. They have not left yet.
Oh, cool.
We don't know if they're flying or driving. The water in our building is froze. We have no bathrooms to offer you.
Okay.
Food, fuel, lodging, communications, that's all in tow. So use that information. We will know when it's over.
Yeah, okay.
The problem is we don't know when that's going to be.
Right, yeah.
Until the bomb squad gets there, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
They haven't left Whitehorse. It's 300 miles from Whitehorse to the border. So they got a 300-mile flight or drive.
Right.
What are they doing? It's still 300 miles, so I don't know.
That's wild. Okay.
They got some issues going on.
Yeah.
Right.
So, all right?
Okay, thank you for letting us know.
Well, I guess we can go back to Toke, I guess.
I don't know if you want to hang out for a little bit and see, or if you want to just say...
I mean, 300 miles is a quick flight, but it's a long drive.
So at 8 o'clock when I came on shift, I called my buddy that's RCMP. They were supposed to land at 9. I called him at 10. He said they ain't left yet.
Oh, okay.
And I said, they were supposed to be here an hour ago. He goes, they're going to call us. When the helicopter leaves, they're calling us. It's an hour flight.
Right.
But the fact that they should have been here an hour ago and they haven't left yet.
Right.
What is there that we don't know? Can they fly? Is there weather in that 300 miles that they can't fly?
Right.
Do they have to drive?
Yeah.
They're telling us not much information.
Right.
They're not telling Beaver Creek, like, they're not telling my buddy any information, so he's like, we're just waiting here for a phone call.
So, bomb threat on the Canadian border and the border shutdown. This is the perfect way to start our trip back home. And it's so ironic because I swear to God, we have never not had a problem at the Canadian border.
Well, what's funny is that they were talking how, like, they were not very nice and everything.
And the U.S. border, he goes, yeah, we hear that all the time. just...
Let's go tell this guy.
We'll let someone else pulled up. We'll let him know. So it's a waiting game. There's no reason, like we're several hours from Tok at this point. There's no reason to go back. We're gonna wait for a while first. You know what I just thought of though? Eventually, if they do let us through today, what this means? What? It means they're gonna be in such a bad mood when we get to the Canadian border.
Probably.
They're gonna be in such a bad mood.
Probably.
Yeah, they just landed in Beaver Creek.
Oh, okay. The bomb squad did? Okay. Okay, update. It is 12:45. We got here right about just after 10:45, so we've been here about 2 hours now. We did just get an update though. The bomb squad has officially arrived on the Canadian side. Now it just depends on
if it's Girl Scout cookies.
If it's Girl Scout cookies, or is it actually a bomb? So if it's Girl Scout cookies, this should hopefully be pretty quick, maybe another hour or so. If it's an actual bomb, then I'm sure there's a process of disposing of that thing, and it's not going to be quick.
I think they have to explode it. They don't transport it, so then it's going to turn into a whole thing. So
we're still just a waiting game, but it's an update, and it's something, and we are grateful. But now I'm going to go to the bottom of the hill because I have to pee, and they have no bathrooms here because their water is frozen at the U.S. Border Patrol station. And also, we did find out, so it wasn't really a bomb threat. It's just a suspicious package that someone saw, which is why, weirdly enough, it was the U.S. Border Patrol saying, like, hopefully it was just Girl Scout cookies. Anyways, yeah, we'll waiting game.
Find my spot.
We'll find out.
Oh, it's in here because I peed, I think, right there.
We have Kevin, not we, I have Verizon, Kevin has AT&T. He has 1 bar of service about a quarter mile down from the patrol, which is where we've been hanging out, because remember, we came all the way up to Anchorage on this Nitto Arctic expedition, or Nitto Arctic experience, with an entire group of people, and the other people that are still driving home are all in Tok. So we were the first ones to kind of leave. So we've just been communicating with them to give them a heads up of when or if this thing will open back up. Because they don't have as much fuel or fuel range as we do. So if they start driving, they get up here, they could be royally screwed fuel-wise. So we're just trying to keep people as updated as possible. Okay, wait, hold on. What did you say?
So I let all my friends know that are down in Tok that the update that we just got, and I let them know if they wanted to risk it and just start heading this way or not. And they said, okay, cool, we're going to risk it. So can we cancel this pizza to-go order for you? And I said, no, I'll bring that. I said, worst case, give it to the Border Patrol in the unmarked box and just drive off. Oh, I mean, it'll be a marked box. It'll say pizza.
So sirens. So just to give you guys an idea of where we are. If you've never been to the Alaska and Canadian border, this is where we've been hanging out. It's very beautiful and very much in the middle of nowhere. We're right here specifically because right here, Kevin has 1 bar of service. If we move back about 10 feet, nothing. Forward 10 feet, nothing. So we're just hanging out right here. But I do see lights on the other side of the hill there. And I did hear a siren, so maybe there's another update. We have movement, y'all. We have movement. We're going forward. I think it's open.
Simon's everything.
Simon's everything.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's
open.
open.
Oh, what? It's not sending the text. Should I go back?
No, they'll figure it out when they get here. Or it'll send it at some point. It'll be fine. So we still, remember, we have to drive like 30 kilometers to get to the actual Canadian building and give them our passports and go through border control or whatever. The downside is because we weren't actually waiting in the real line, we're now behind like multiple 18-wheelers and multiple other vehicles, which is fine. I'm sure we will hopefully find time or space to pass them at some point because we'll probably be going at a much higher speed than them. You can bet your I will be filming as we cross the Canadian border, but it'll probably be somewhere inconspicuous because I don't want to get yelled at or stopped because they are not going to be in a good mood. They're not going to be in a good mood. I'm just going to set my phone down somewhere and hopefully you'll hear the audio. Were you supposed to pull forward yet?
Well, there's no green light. It was just a stop sign.
We're about to get yelled at because you pulled forward too soon.
Hello.
Hello.
Guys, wait at the stop sign until I bring you forward next time, okay?
Okay. Sorry about
sorry.
that.
So we had a bit of an incident today, so
Okay.
that's why you guys were waiting to get over here.
Yeah.
So, anytime you come to the stop sign, just stay there. There's a sign that says wait till the officer waits you forward.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Sorry.
about that.
Told you.
He didn't yell. He was nice.
You just got scolded like a child.
That's fine. He was nice.
He was nice. He was very nice.
Guys,
Awesome.
safe travels.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. So aside from the fact that Kevin pulled forward before he was given the signal to pull forward.
The other one had a green light, red light, and it would turn green. This was just at a stop sign.
The Washington Canadian border had a green light, red light. Lite. This one yet. I guess and the US one going into Alaska did. Anyways, other than that though, he was very nice. He did tell Kevin, he's like, don't do that again. But other than that, very nice. We made it through. We didn't get pulled off to the side. Weirdly enough, minus, the whole bomb threat and being stuck for a long time, it's probably the easiest we've ever gotten through the Canadian border. So it could have been worse. So we were filming time lapse of the road, and so there's only like 1 or 2 frames that the camera actually caught this on. But the biggest owl I've ever seen in my life,
Massive.
just flew right, and Kevin instantly, you can't really do any sudden movements, so Kevin let off the gas and was like trying to ease into the brake because he was
windshield high.
just perfect windshield height and like just cruising in front of us. Oh my
I saw him
gosh.
get out of the tree, like flying across, and it was like he was slow motion.
We were like
no!
we were like, no! How majestic though.
It was
that was
really
such
cool.
a beautiful owl, and he was massive.
That was
I wish I had more than just the screenshot, but either way, that was sick. That was so cool. Okay, so the the journey to get from Tok, Alaska, all the way over to Whitehorse in the Yukon, a little bit more exciting than we were hoping for it to be, but that's fine. Today we're driving from Whitehorse all the way to Dease Lake. Hopefully it is still just as absolutely breathtakingly beautiful, but a little bit less exciting. Kevin just hit a bird.
the bird hit me.
Kevin just hit a bird. It was a tiny bird, maybe on the size of my fist.
It like flew and it was flying in front of me.
It just
and then
splat.
it just like turned and
it just kind of
just splatted.
off the windshield.
No, not the front grill. I hope it didn't break my headlight.
That was a good splat. You can hear it from the car, and that was a tiny bird. Whoops.
Let me explain something. Right now, in this very moment, we live on a 2-dimensional plane. We are in a car and we can only move forward and backwards. I'm in a 2-dimensional plane. That bird is on a 3-dimensional plane and has the entire world as its oyster. Why are you in the middle of the road?
He's so mad at the bird. The dead bird, by the way.
Well, because I'm mad that it's dead. Like, it doesn't need to be dead. I feel bad about it, and this is how I get rid of my sadness.
Sir, you can't park there. Okay, so real quick, word to the wise. So this is something that I want to discuss now that especially now that we're
alone.
We're alone and we're solo. So for those of you that don't know, like most of Canada's population lives within like an hour or so of the US border. The further north you go, like the less people there are. And then this happens. Your maps will tell you that there's a gas station, and it'll tell you that it's open.
And down the road, it says 24/7.
24/7.
It literally says
yeah.
24/7. You're like,
And then you
sweet.
will get there and it will not be open. Now, granted, probably because it's winter time, right? So
course.
winter makes things weird. But the issue is when the gas stations are only 3-ish hours apart to begin with, this begins to cause a problem. Luckily, we're fine. There's another gas station about 11 miles further
But
up
this is like
that
our
was
turn-off.
open, but this is our turnoff. So we had to go up and then backtrack, and now we're going down probably the most remote part of the entire drive would be today and tomorrow, or the
Especially
rest
alone.
of today and tomorrow, especially being alone.
So
But
I do have 6 extra gallons, and
Yeah.
the Raptor probably gets the best fuel mileage out of any of our off-road vehicles.
yeah, but it's just word to the wise, if you're going to travel in most of Canada, be prepared
During the
fuel-wise,
winter. But
especially during the winter.
One more thing, though, maybe there is a fuel station and it is open, but when you get there, it's closed. Like it's just closed for the day.
Yeah, because
And-
they sometimes they'll open later in the morning and close
And there's
in the
no
evening.
pay at the pump. They literally have a lock through the pump.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to pump and then go in and pay.
So it might be something where you have to sleep in your car and wait for them to open the next morning, or
That hasn't
even
happened, but
what,
it can.
What also can happen, especially during the winter when road closures, avalanches, stuff like that happens. It's open. You get there and it is still open, but they might be out of fuel because a fuel truck hasn't been able to get to them in some amount of time or something like that. So just be prepared fuel-wise.
It's pretty wild. Like
Normally we're not, but
Yeah.
this time we are. Okay, so like I said before, we are heading to Dease Lake, which coming from Dease Lake, Kevin. It's the only other word that came behind that word. Stop it. Anyways, I've had enough of those jokes. We're heading from Whitehorse, but we just got off to Highway 37 heading south. And this is this.
Oh, flat over crust.
So this right here is the road.
It's ice.
And it will probably be the road the whole way. And you can see the sheen on it. It is mostly straight ice.
It's like an ice rink.
And Kevin over here is like, it's like a perfect bowling alley. It's even banked and everything.
Oh my god, it's got camber and it's like what are those things called in bowling alleys when for the kids?
Bumpers?
The bumpers, yeah. Like it's
Those aren't bumpers, Kevin.
Look at this, babe.
Those aren't bumpers.
You can say flat over crust like 3 times right now. Look.
I just want you guys to understand what I have to go through to keep us alive on a daily basis. And I'm like, hey, if it takes us an extra hour and a half to get to our final destination for the evening,
Hold on.
that's totally fine.
Hold on. Except when there's a time on the screen of when to get there, who doesn't try to beat
You
the
don't
time?
have to beat the time,
You
Kevin.
have to beat the time.
You don't have to beat the
And we're in the middle
time.
of nowhere. There's not going to be like we're going to get pulled over.
No, but that also means that no one's going to be able to help us out of the ditch because we don't have a winch, Kevin.
That's true.
We have no action tracks and no winch.
That's true.
No traction boards, no winch. We can't do it.
This is torture.
Stop it.
This is torture. Oh, here comes an
18-wheeler. I tell you what, these 18-wheelers,
Drive on everything.
they don't care. In Canada, they give zero f***s. They will drive on any road, and they will do it at or above the speed limit.
They're generally going way above the posted speed limit.
Just like Kevin wants to do, and I am trying to prevent him from doing.
I want to throw it into this turn so
No!
bad right now. This is a freaking racetrack. Like I am like, I am so stressed out from trying to restrain myself right now.
Not stressed out by the road condition.
No.
Stressed out because I'm not letting him drive beyond what the road conditions should permit him.
We're in a
doing.
Raptor on Nittos with all-wheel
With
drive.
no way to recover. If we had a winch and stuff, because there's enough trees and whatever. If we had winch and like traction boards and stuff, it, I'd say send it.
All right,
like, but
so we're getting a winch and traction board.
sure, and we will come back. Perfect. Sounds like a plan.
This is why me and my friends are not allowed to go on trips like this without at least like one wife, like at least a Brittany or a Sarah or something. Like if this was just me and like 3 or 4 of my friends,
Y'all all be in ditches. All right, you guys, so we have officially and safely, thank God, made it to Dease Lake for the evening. We are staying at the Arctic Divide Lodge. But before I show you the room, I want to show you this icicle that is taller than I am. So going, oh my God, all the way down the ground. But the room is actually pretty sick as well. Look at this. This is our room for the evening, which is actually really nice. I wanted to show it to you before we went and made it a hot mess. But yeah, the Arctic Divide Lodge. So now we're going to kick back and relax and try to figure out what to do because there is zero cell phone service in this entire town. Like cell phone service doesn't exist. The lodge itself does have Wi-Fi, which is good, but there's only one place to eat and it is closed. Lucky for us, we brought a whole backpack full of Mountain House meals, which is what we will be having for dinner tonight.
Brittany's over here literally drooling. She was so hungry. All right, so what did you choose this fine evening, my love?
I got the fusilli pasta. And Kevin gave it to me. It's still too hot to eat. And so I'm in here like this, and I'm like trying not to drool inside the bag.
So I got the chicken and dumplings. I forgot how good that chicken fusilli pasta is. Like, the flavor of the sauce is freaking amazing. What does it say? Rustic tomato sauce.
It's freeze-dried food.
This one is fantastic. Chili mac with beef, chicken teriyaki over there, rice and chicken. So we have quite a few things. This is what we chose. I want to know what your guys' favorite is, if you have eaten these or if you've tried a different kind.
Or a different brand.
Yeah, different brand.
Oh my God, Mountain House ones are so good. Oh,
it really
no regrets. Oh my God, it's so
So
good.
chicken and dumplings you have to get right though, because it's chicken and dumplings, and if you don't get the water content right, which I don't have a way to measure it, if it's too dry, it just sucks. Then you probably make it too.
For once, we actually came prepared to boil our own water.
Just
do
in
all our
case.
things.
You know why? It was just in case I went off the road in the Bronco and we were stuck in the snow. I wanted to have at least food, so when she was pissed, like, damn it, you went into the corner too fast and now we're stuck in the middle of nowhere, I'd be like, shh, eat your mouth.
He can calm me down with fusilli pasta.
Yeah.
Also, quick side note, I realized that this says 2 servings on it. I'm not sharing. I'm eating this entire bag by myself.
It's a moose.
Moose versus a dinosaur horse?
You're so pretty. Hi, yes, you. You're so handsome.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but do you see the feathers on the antenna?
The birds here are not very smart.
Sir? Sir?
Can't park there.
So weirdly enough, yesterday, which was the drive from Dease Lake to Prince George in British Columbia, was
So long.
it was the longest day of this entire trek back home and easily the most treacherous, which is why we probably didn't film quite as much as I had intended to, because both of us were just straight focused on the road. It was icy and sketchy the entire drive.
But nothing actually bad or interesting even.
Weirdly enough, though, yeah, the longest and the most treacherous drive, but the most boring. Go, guys, not boring. It was fun and it was beautiful, but it was except for 118-wheeler that did come really hot around an icy corner and drifted it. Luckily, we saw him coming and we slowed down, so he didn't meet us in the corner. But that was pretty terrifying.
So he came around and I was like, I saw the dust and I'm like, holy crap, he's booking. And then as he turned,
back
the
tires
back
just
and
swung
we're not
out.
talking about just the tractor. We're talking about
The whole trailer
behind him came out and was
it
gonna
drifted
block
the corner.
whole road.
Yeah, it came into our lane and everything.
Oh my! And I was just like,
And then he just kept going, same speed, like didn't really slow down at all. Just kept on sending it. But
oh man, that was
anyways,
the only thing. But we didn't catch it on camera.
yeah, well, that and the moose. But anyways, that though was not as exciting as I'm hoping today will be, because today is the day I've been most looking forward to on the entire journey back, and it's because today we are driving through Jasper National Park and Banff National Park. And the views that you are about to witness and we are going to take you along for the ride for should be just downright stunning.
Tomorrow
Kevin's using trail turn assist. That actually makes like it super effective.
That was actually really I want to do it more. I don't know why I haven't done this before.
That was sick. All right. We got so much more to see.
I know, but this is fun.
So deep, deep below, not alright. You cannot see time's too slow. Can't keep fighting. Used to be free, but now I'm just losing my mind. It's all in my head. It's all in my head. Not too long ago, I still felt a joy. Not a pressure on my chest.
I had to force Kevin to pull over so I could film this. Look at this waterfall, but even more importantly, there are ice climbers climbing this massive frozen waterfall on the side of this freaking cliff. Look at that. That is wild.
I'm hoping they're on their way down because it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon and
Oh yeah,
the
look,
sun's going
he's
down.
repelling. See, he's coming down.
He is repelling. Okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna say because if you're only halfway up and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon with the sun
You either
setting,
got a late start, or you're really bad at ice climbing.
you're gonna have a bad time the minute that sun goes down. That is
Dude.
wild. I thought they were trees just sticking out of the middle of the cliff, and then I was like,
Nope,
wait
they're
a second,
people.
those are people.
That is. And you think we're crazy?
You're right. Brittany always stopping to get the shots. This thing is huge. That is a big mountain. Get the B-roll, babe. Oh. Oh.
Something's in the air. I can feel it everywhere. Every color seems to bloom, and there's light in every room. Now that you're looking up, I can see it in your eyes that lately it's been tough. But now the sun is rising. I'm ready, people. Let's be new people. There's summer. Don't let me down, down, down. Don't let me down, down, down. I wanna be up, 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 so high. 'Cause I've been down, down, down. I've been down, so down. And now I'm dying. I'm aiming for the sky. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. I'm aiming for the sky. Everyone got stories, so let's start listening. Let the rain wash away the tears that keeps crippling. Now that you're looking up, I can see
I swear to God, every single corner, around every single bend of this entire national park, this entire mountain system.
But absolutely mind-blowing. Banff and Jasper National Park is unrivaled in the sheer just size of it. And the coolest thing is, you're like, well, I don't own a Jeep or I don't own a 4x4.
You don't need to. You can
don't
own
need to.
any vehicle and drive through this park. Both of these parks.
Yeah.
This, hands down,
It's massive.
has got to be the most incredible national park system as far as view-wise go, like we have ever been to. We've been to most national parks in America.
If you like looking at mountains and trees.
That's true. Like, I guess it depends on what
If you're
type
like,
of
mountains,
views
yeah,
you're
but
looking for, but
a lot of stuff we show, we're in our Jeep, we're in the mountains in Colorado, and you have to take a trail to get up to 14,000 feet to see all these beautiful things. This is just a road, and you drive, and you are just blown away every single time you come around another corner.
every single corner. And don't get me wrong, like you have, like, for instance, the Grand Canyon is just the scale of it. Your mind can't wrap around it. It is utterly beautiful. This is the Grand Canyon every time you make a corner. Like, the views are just that
And it
absolutely
changes.
jaw-dropping.
And then you have
Glaciers.
glaciers.
That's the word he's looking for.
We just woke up.
And obviously, it's the next morning, and at this point, our goal is to get across the U.S., hopefully to at least Montana today, and then tomorrow will be our final day getting back home to Utah. But guys, again, if this is not on your bucket list, if you've never been to these parks, 1,000% put it at the top of your list.
Banff, B-A-N-F,
F.
and Jasper National Park, and it's all
Yeah.
one. You just head into Banff, the town, which is
It was like $21 or something for like the day pass of like driving through or whatever for 24-hour pass. Guys,
21 Canadian bucks.
yeah, 21 Canadian bucks. I don't know what that is US wise, but less. Anyways, hands down, absolutely epically beautiful. Make it in some point in your life, make a point to try to come see these views because they are they're gorgeous. Anyways, onward. We're crossing the US border today. Fingers crossed, nothing goes wrong. Kevin's so mad right now because both cracks are starting to come. They're gonna merge right in his line of vision.
I mean, hey, Ford wanted to copy Jeep in every way possible. They got the windshield right,
They
too.
got the windshield right,
They
too.
got the windshield right.
We'll have to replace that, I guess. We can live with the cracks. The downside is they're big enough now that we can't really fill them or anything. But the issue is if you see our windshield right now, there are millions of pits across the whole windshield.
If you do an Alcon 5000 or a trip through Canada into Alaska, your windshield will be
Absolutely. You will not come home with a solid windshield. You will get cracks. So consider that
I don't
before
even
making
wanna
one of these
see
trips.
what the grill and the paint looks like, to be honest. I don't even want to wash it because I'm sure
It's probably
there's
pretty
just
bad.
chips and paint missing everywhere.
It's probably pretty bad.
They don't salt the roads.
They
from
just
what we
use
saw.
gravel.
They just throw down gravel, and it's
It's pretty big gravel.
big gravel, and it gets thrown up by semis coming the opposite way.
Yeah, so anyways, cracked windshield on the Bronco, but outside of that, she made the entire journey with little to no issues. So that's
I
kind of
haven't
cool.
had any issues. Negative all the way down to negative.
Yeah, negative 50 degrees.
I didn't plug it in. I probably should have.
Probably. But it's fine.
Yeah.
Guys, it is finally time. Well, it's not the best part of this trip. This entire trip has been amazing, but the part I've been most looking forward to.
Jelly bean. Hi, Peanut. Hi, Peanut. Hi. Hi. Oh my good. Oh my goodness. Jelly bean. Come here,
She's gonna make us come up to her. She's gonna make us go up.
Come here, Jelly bean. Hi, Bean. Jelly does not come to say hi ever.
Doesn't.
She lays down and she rolls over.
It's our punishment. She makes us come to her.
It's hilarious.
Fine, it's okay.
Let's see. She's got to be laid over. Will not move. She will not move. She says, "You come pet me." Come here. Peanut.
Go get him.
Oh, here it comes. Come on, Jelly Bean. Come here.
Oh my goodness. You're my favorite. What?
What?
Was that?
Nothing.
What was that?
Nothing.
Hi, peanut butter. And that is officially a wrap, guys. It was
I don't even know. 8,500 miles?
8,500,
I don't know.
85, 9,000 miles, something like that.
I drove all of it.
Just under 3 weeks. That was
A lot.
Oh my god, I know. I miss. They're so sweet. Hi, that's my ear. Guys, as always, Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember, you can find all your Lite Brite Nation merch and decals at litebritstudios.com. I hope you enjoyed thoroughly taking this adventure with us. As always, guys, we love you, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Sir, you can't park there.